This village is in a stunningly beautiful location in the Diaresis Valley, named after the river running through it. My spirit soared the first time I saw Susuz. As I approached, I saw something was wrong. I stood and looked around and felt deeply moved. There was something about this place that touched me and reached right into my soul. How could this be? I am not Cypriot. What if these were my buildings and my windows? I did not understand my feelings at the time. They interested me. I saw houses that had once been cared for and lived in by families now abandoned, sad and alone. I wondered if my own ancestors' roots were presenting themselves to me in what I saw. My ancestors were driven out of Croatia by Turkish forces. They settled in Hungary, where they were then annexed by Austria. Then, after the privations of the war, my mother moved to England. The world is full of places like this. Enforced migration is rampant, and this is what is left behind. As human beings, we drive people out, are driven out ourselves, and follow a frightening cycle. The houses and windows in these images are still legally owned by the Turkish Cypriots who lived there. There are similar abandoned villages on the Turkish side of the Green Line, drawn in 1974, owned by the Greek Cypriots who lived there. The world looks on and away as it proves impossible to put Cyprus back together again. In November last year, I walked across Cyprus with my best mate Robert Cipriano and his brother-in-law Nick Roberts. Cyprus is a beautiful island full of beautiful people. All the people we met on our walk, be they Greek Cypriot or Turkish Cypriot, were hospitable and getting on with their lives. Susuz is now Suskew today, but in reality is Forlorn. Susuz grew from 34 inhabitants in 1831 to 525 inhabitants in 1931. This was a mix of Greeks and Turkish, but became predominantly Turkish Cypriots. In 1973, all the Greek Cypriots had gone, and there were 445 Turkish Cypriots. The village had been a stronghold for Turkish Cypriots and a place where combatants were trained. 1 year later, 1974, there were no inhabitants, and that remains true to this day. I remain sad as I look at these images, and I do so hope Cyprus can somehow find a way to be one, united and lived in by its own people one day.